How you doing, YouTube? Matt with Master Beer Reviews, back with another review. Bringing that big Charlton-born double IPA hopeful goodness in the form of their big double IPA Super Typhoon. I have not had this yet. I just got back from a trip in Vermont, mostly my honeymoon, but I did stop at a couple of breweries, and I stopped at Treehouse on the way back. I was going to Vermont, it just kind of made sense, and was going there regardless. And I ended up dropping this, and I picked it up, and here we are. Stories. As far as what it says on here, it's a Super Typhoon. It's American Double IPA. On the side here, we're excited that you are holding a delicious double IPA from Treehouse Brewing Company. Super Typhoon. Super Typhoon is the big brother of Hurricane. Featured amplified kettle and dry hop doses of Citra and Simcoe hops and adjustments to the base beer to make it even richer flavor. It explodes on the palate with the juicy tropical flavors and finishes crisp and clean. It's everything we love about Hurricane with an extra layer of hop intensity and saturation. Gotta have that saturation. Please enjoy it fresh in the company of those you love. I love this view. I love this land. So there we go. Label-wise, it's, it's Treehouse. They're basically taking their, logoing and just messing with color palettes. It's kind of like the opposite. I think they just flipped the script on the coloration of Hurricane. And that's pretty much what you're getting right there. So, yeah. Don't love it, don't hate it. It is what it is. If you would notice, I am quite raspy. I'm quite nasally. Why is that? For the past couple years, every spring, I have worse and worse allergies. This year is by far the worst. I am not sick, nor do I have the best nose in the world, so it might lack a little bit in the review, but I'll get by. So, yeah, bear with me. What do we have here? Pinky finger, wide glass, just off weight head, infinite creaminess, pretty uniform, tight, compact bubbles, and she's got a nice haze to her. She's big and hazy, but not as thick and dense as you would assume from a lot of these New England jams. I mean, it's all intents and purposes. It is hazy, but not the thickest I've ever seen. Not necessarily a bad thing. Let's try and get a nose on her. I'm not getting a huge punch there. I mean, it's nice. It's all about those stone fruit and melon vibes, a little bit of mango. It's definitely leaning tropical for me, but I'm not getting a ton. You know what I mean? And I don't think it's my nose. I actually think that's how the beer is coming off. There's a nice richness to it. There's a bit soft greeniness around the edges. Fruit laden throughout. Nice soft greeniness throughout. It has that kind of, New England style water thing going on where I feel like it's going to drop out the bitterness, but at the same time, just be this kind of fruit juicy kind of deliciousness. Hopefully that is the case, or maybe it has a bit more. I would love me a little bit of bitterness on the other end. But, yeah, sweetness, nice fruit juice all around, soft bitterness on the edges. Let's dive in. Cheers. Yeah, they dropped the shit out of the bitterness on this one. You're getting it around the periphery. And it's kind of a brighter kind of greeniness, so that's kind of cool. But you're left with this really kind of not sweetened, not overly rich, kind of overly fermented, ripened kind of fruit juiciness. Sorry. It's nice. It's so soft. It's that super watery, get rid of all the bitterness. Stuff that everybody loves nowadays, including this guy here. It's fun. It's nice in that sense. It's not chalky. It's not like, all that kind of overt, kind of yeasty, over-the-top kind of poo-pooiness. Let's go with there. Poo-poo-ness. But yeah, it's tasty. It's fun. But it just lacks a little bit of something to really turn me on. It just doesn't have that kind of depth and character that I get from a lot of those Treehouse beers that I've come to know and love over the years. As from Julius to Green and even bigger. Those have this kind of distinct personality, and whereas this one gives you a lot of flash, a lot of edge, a lot of pomp on the on the periphery. It just lacks a little bit of self-actualization. I butchered that word, but I'm horrible with words and pronunciations. Yeah, I like it. I like it in the way I like Elio's pizza. Listen, I'm not saying Treehouse makes Elio's pizza. I'm just saying sometimes I like just simple. And while I'm not saying this is a simple beer to make, also not saying there's a lot of complexity to it. It just has that, let's dumb down the bitterness and give you a really nice soft mouthfeel and throw some juice in the edges, and let's call it a day. In a higher ABV package. I mean, you're talking about something that is... This was a day old for those out there keeping score. Actually, I don't see an ABV. Am I missing it? I'm sure there's an ABV somewhere in the world, but it's got to be up there. I'm assuming it's 8%, give or take. It's fun. It's nice. If you give me this in a 4% beer, I'm fucking blown away. And I've had this kind of vibe. I've had this vibe in 4% beer, so that's not unattainable. So I dig it. I like it. I love it. At the same time, I don't want to be that guy, but it tastes like Treehouse's beers. And I'm not being that person that's like, Munson is better than Charlton and vice versa. It tastes like their beers are getting closer to what other people are making as opposed to the beers that they're making. Or staying true to the beers that they've made. Is that the case? I don't know. I don't go there. I don't sit in line. I don't buy this stuff. I was passing through the area regardless, so that's why I went there. But, yeah, just tastes like more of what everybody else is making as opposed to just Treehouse being Treehouse. That's just me being me. And there's way more well-versed people on the brewery, so just, excuse me, allergies. Yeah, tasty, fun. I like it. I dig it. Not otherworldly stuff, let's put it that way. At least for this guy over here. Let's talk about it as one of the better double IPAs that I've had as of late. It's still worthy of being in the conversation, but definitely not at the top. Value, what do they want? $5.05 a can. That's how they roll. And leave you, a brewery only, obviously. And leave you with, if you like what we like this. If you like the new school hazy, super crazy IPA, you want something that's a bit more chuggable, a bit more drinkable. You're going to get that here. Because it's still a fantastic beer. It's still super drinkable. But you're just going to get it in a kind of more tight and tidier package. So there you go. Another review in the books. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. You want to meet somebody right now? Come here. Peppy. Come here, Peppy. Come on. Come on. Up. Come on. Pepper. Come on. Up. Up. She's not going to do it. Well, you're not going to get Peppy today. You going to come up? Oh, there she is. That's my Peppy Le Pew. This is Peppy. You've met Mika before, but you haven't Peppy yet. So she's the other one of the farm dogs. So there you go. Come on, baby. Maybe you want to meet Mika too. Come on, Meeks. Come here. Yeah. Come here. Come here. Come on. Come on. Up. And this is Mika. You've met Mika before, but I love you, baby. So there you go. Down there, if you want to talk about it, Massive Beers. If you want to check me out doing the social media stuff, Beer Massive. If you want to see me doing the podcasting stuff, and hopefully you guys are enjoying a nice beer right now. Hope to see you next time.